this is Khalil bringing you another episode of EuroTruckSimulator2. As you can see here, I have a new truck. It is a Volvo. It is blue. It is tricked out. Kind of sort of. You can see my lights right there. Got a little light roll bar up in the bottom and the top, and I'm rolling like a bad boy. But let's get back to the real reason we're here. Let's drive. Alright, so as you can see, there's my roll bar on the bottom. I got one on top. But let's change views. Take a job. We're actually in Glasgow right now. I'm working on the what mod is that? The Scandanavia Map. I took off the TSM 3.5 and I put on the Scandinavia, and I think either one is just as good. The Scandinavian one is nice because it's got a little bit more pretty views, but I think either one works good. Anyway, we're going to take this puppy right here, the sulfuric acid run, to Esbjerg. So we're going to take that job and shove it. Alright, let's get over to the truck. Sorry, it's been a while since I've not posted a video with the truck simulator. I've been playing it quite a bit, but I just haven't uploaded any videos. In fact, this is actually the first time that I've taken any kind of video of it. And let's back it up, baby, back it up. Alright, we're hitched up. It's going to be a short little run. We're actually going to be going through Great Britain, which is pretty freaking cool. My new little Volvo here is pretty tough. It's a pretty tough truck. 700 horsepower, 750 horsepower. I don't know, it rolls. It rolls pretty gravy. So I gotta actually take it easy when I'm driving this puppy. But and also you gotta remember to drive on the other side of the road in Britain. I've done that so many times. It's not even funny. You just sit there, all of a sudden the car's coming right at you, and you're like, wait a second, they're on the wrong side of the road, and then you remember, no, Khalil, you're the one on the wrong side of the road. So, and I took a speeding offense there. Yeah, here in Britain, they're pretty chintzy with this stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But then again, the regular, TSM 5 or 3.5 and the regular vanilla map, they're all over the place with the speeding cameras. They add some realism. I don't have a problem with them. But they can be a little hindrance, a little annoyance. Let's see. Let's break the big map out. Here you can see we're in Glasgow right now. Let's put some brights on. Oh yeah, we'll put some brights on. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use that really weird language I'm talking about, which is the blinkers. And we're gonna talk about the blinkers. We're gonna talk about the brights. And technically, the brights are I can't remember what they call them. What do they call them? High beams. There you go. The high beams, low beams, high beams, or the dims and the brights. As those of us who grew up, without having our pinky thrust in the air every time we take a drink of our soda, that's what we call them. As you can tell, I'm up to 90 kilometers per hour, and where do I gotta go? Where do I gotta go? Where do I gotta go? Turn that off. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I was going the right way. Britain is what can I tell you? It's a whole nother country. But I got over here with the Scandinavia map. You can actually get there through the vanilla map and the TSM 3.5 map. So it's not anything that's relatively new. This is actually the first time that I've been in the Britain, in the land of the crown. So I delivered a job here, which is why I'm in Glasgow, and that was actually kind of tough to remember which side of the road to drive on. But anyway, I got used to it, and if you see me, guys, I'm kind of going crazy with the whole driving all over the road kind of thing. If you see that, I'm a big truck. I roll pretty much any way I want to. I've been in a couple of wrecks. I haven't flipped any time at all in any of my trucks. Although in a previous game, this game, but in a previous play session, this was back 3-4 months ago when I was playing, I did flip it. Ooh. See what and with this big engine up in here, it's not the biggest engine that you can get by far. But with the 700 horses pulling this bad boy, I mean, you can get up pretty quickly up in speed, and before you know it, you're throwing a hairpin turn at 100 kilometers per hour, and you're gonna go flying. Your trailer's gonna go flying, and you're gonna have to break out the phone and call the tow truck. I mean, AAA, I don't know if they work out in Britain or not. I don't really want to find out either. So let's see what we do. Also, I sparingly use the blinker. sparingly use the blinker. Only if I find that I have time to actually take my finger. The way I have my button set up, I have to take my finger off the steering wheel, or the steering stick, if you may, to actually use the hat switch, which is the directional pad, to change the to use the blinkers, the directional signals, as it were. So if I'm in the middle of a turn, you're not going to see me throw the directionals on. I'm sorry. You're just not going to. And why am I not? There we go. Okay. For some reason, my cruise control wasn't working there, and I don't know what happened. But now it's working, so we're golden. And the speed limit is 60, so let's actually slow down. Because, it's all good. Ooh, there's a camera right there. There's a camera right there. See that puppy right there on the left? That's a camera. That's right. It's a speed trap. It's like Cannonball over here, trying to get me hooked up here. So again, I apologize for not getting a video out to you guys. It's not gonna be broken up into any kind of part 1s or part 2s or anything like the previous one was. You are gonna hear me pretty much. Let's see what I need to do here. Is there any other place to sleep around here? Oh, there's plenty of places. Okay. You're gonna see that I'm gonna go offline here every couple of minutes and save the game, because as if you guys watched my previous video, you know that I was talking about how the game crashed and I lost like half of the run, and so I had to. It was just not very fun for anybody. I was frustrated about it. Actually, it wasn't the game that crashed, it was my PC that crashed. I've got some sort of hardware conflict with my video card, and stuff's just not playing very well sometimes. So every once in a while, the BSOD comes up, and what are you gonna do except for just start over again? So here we go. And see, you get going fast enough, and pretty soon you're hairpinning it around a turn here, and you're rolling your truck, which is what I do not want to do with the sulfuric acid, because as everybody knows, sulfuric acid is some pretty bad shit. I tell you what, sulfuric acid is the kind of stuff that people use in batteries. Sulfuric acid is the kind of stuff that people use to eat other things like metals and stuff. In fact, it's akin to the alien's blood, if you're all into sci-fi and stuff like that. Although that might have been hydrochloric. I really don't remember. But sulfuric and hydrochloric acid, bad stuff. You don't want to get anything. You don't want to get that spilled anywhere near fleshy substances. Let's put it that way. So, not that if I wrecked that we'd have a big spill. I mean, that really wouldn't happen. It would be pretty cool if that happened, actually. But no, it doesn't happen that way. So you're gonna see me kind of feathering the throttle, put the brakes on, because as I said, you'd be going at a nice good clip, and all of a sudden the turn comes up and you're rolling around. It's just rolling. But anyway, back to the great map that this is. It's actually starting to become light outside, so you can actually see a little bit of the surrounding the surrounding terrain, which is pretty gravy. And yes, here we go switching lanes without without using the blinkers. That's just the way I roll. So sue me. And I'm not really worried about staying between the lines anymore. You know, I'll get between the lines, but if something happens where I go outside the lines, I'm not gonna have a baby about it. All right, and that was a little break that we took there. Hopefully the game does not crash. My PC does not crash. Hopefully it does not. But if it does, we've got a little couple saved games, and I've got some footage that has been already committed to. And this is an 80-mile-an-hour place. That's another thing with Britain, is that they got really slow freaking lanes. Tell you what. Oh, slow it down. There we go. All right, down to 80. So we're following the map here, and that's one thing with the scenery, the sights and scenery of this game, is that sometimes it's really hard to tell. Hold up, and I'll get the scenery back. Sometimes it's really hard to see the signs because you're flying along it. Hold on, we're gonna do something real quick here. 60. Okay. There's another speed trap. I can feel it coming up here. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, we're up to 60. It's really hard to see the signs. So you got to put it on pause right at the right time to see the signs. And here's another. Oh, that's a turn sign. And then all of a sudden, you're going to be going along at the cool speed limit of 60, and everybody's passing you. Now, it's okay if they pass me, but do they also get speeding tickets? I mean, because you would think that if people got speeding tickets, they would slow down, right? No, they don't slow down. I mean, look, I've seen some YouTubers that, you know, they mod out the speeding ticket things just so they don't have to deal with it, and that's fine. But, you know, we're throwing a trucking game here. I can't just be throwing out willy-nilly stuff like that, because you know, I'm a sim guy. That's what simmers do. We kind of roll with the simulation. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to take out the speeding. I'm just saying that that's not the way I roll. And so we're gonna keep the speeding offenses in. And if you get 2 or 3 on a run, I mean, that's like 1,000, 1,500. And again, I want to talk about, when I say dollars, I really mean euros, because they don't have dollars in Europe. It's all euros or Deutschmarks or whatever the hell kind of coinage they use up in that ma. But so if you hear dollars, just, you know, and you're listening from another country or whatever, just think about euros. Just do us all a favor and just, you know, I don't want to be bothered with it. Anyway, we're going to slow down here a little bit because the construction is happening. And I don't know if you guys are noticing, but the terrain has changed quite a bit. And I don't know what the signs are saying. Probably saying like 40 and I'm going 80. But I have never ridden this road before. This road I have not. 50. Okay. All right. So it's probably like fines double in this area when workers are present. Yeah, you know. And then there's nobody out there, and they still have the signs out there. But then again, the workers aren't present, so I guess that's okay. And that's not a sign going the other way. Anyway, I'm gonna have to rest here in about 2 hours. And again, 2 hours in game time is not the same as 2 hours in real time. And we're back up to, jeez, what was that, 50? In the tunnels, they have some weird speed limit signs, 50s and 60s, and you'll be going along at 110, and all of a sudden it drops down to 60. You know, I don't know what to tell you. It's a tunnel. I mean, if you have an accident in a tunnel, that's actually kind of a bad thing to have an accident in a tunnel, and I'll tell you why. See those big fans up in the top? That's why. If you have an accident in a tunnel and you got explosions and leaks like sulfuric acid, like which I'm carrying, that can actually be pretty bad inside of a tunnel. I mean, that air's got to go somewhere, and if it doesn't go outside, it goes in your body, and guess what? You die. right? So they got these big fans for the ventilation system, and some of them in this game are actually pretty well done, I gotta say. Uh, some of them, the ducts for the fans run the entire length of the tunnel, which is, I don't know if that's that way in real life because I've never been to Europe, but I imagine that no expense was spared in the making of the mod. And here we go, another hairpin turn, which is not really a hairpin turn, but let's just not go there, okay? So and then some of the forgive my rambling. Some of the tunnels, they only have just the big fans hooking up back there, which either way it works out fine with me. I just think it's a cool addition. As you can tell, we're rolling through the foothills of Britain. I have no idea. It's a whole nother country. I have no idea where I'm at. I just know that I'm across the pond, so it were. But anyway, I'll have to bring you guys some more runs of mine. As I said, I've been playing this game, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I do a couple of runs, and it's, as I said before in my previous videos, it is strangely addicting, this game. The runs last from anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes and 40 minutes and 50 minutes, and before you know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and it's time to go to work, because I gotta be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes, us gamers, we just have no concept of time, because why would we need concept of time, right? But yeah, I mean, you could just be plugging along on this puppy, throwing loads here and there and crashing and all this good stuff. And that says 50. Okay, so we busted it down to 60, and there's gonna be I don't see any cameras. See that? I know there's actually a mod that will tell you, or mod, or maps, or whatever. I think that's it. I think that's a camera right there. Yep, that's a camera right there. And I hope I didn't get a speeding offense, which is really good. But see, everybody was passing me. I would much rather be pulled over by a cop, throw the old DPS or chips out there and pull me over, rather than, get the camera offense, red flex kicking my ass all the time. Throw an officer in there and have him pull you over, and he's checking out your trailer to make sure you're not hauling any illegal cargo. I mean, that would be real trucking. I'm not saying that this is not real trucking, but I mean, that would be pretty sweet. I mean, you got a little Grand Theft Auto guy pulling up behind you, and if you keep breaking laws, you get more stars, and then pretty soon you're hauling 70 tons of sulfuric acid through the lands of, Lord of the Rings here, and you're trying to head off to Mordor, and then you got 5 stars behind you, and then you got the FBI with the Tomahawk cruise missiles coming after you, and we're taking a turn pretty tight, but we cooled it. We were cool on there. And so anyway, that'd be nice if you could have some cops pull you over. Maybe not wreck your truck, but because you got 5 stars and you were breaking all kinds of laws. And again, my rambling goes on, but this reminds me of a song called Convoy, which I don't know if you guys have ever heard, but if you guys are of any kind of age and you've listened to any kind of country music at all in your life, you might have heard of Convoy, which is actually a pretty sweet jam. And it's about a bunch of truckers who basically just take the law into their own hands, and they're just rolling across the United States in a convoy. And it's a pretty freaking gravy song. I don't know. I'm just, what do I know? I'm just some poor slob, playing a video game for entertainment, and then putting it on YouTube so y'all can watch it. I mean, what do I know about songs and stuff, right? But anyway. Yeah, I'd much prefer to have actual cops pull me over. That would be pretty sweet. I think that would be pretty sweet. Not that I would do it on purpose, although I gotta say, in all the Grand Theft Auto games that I've played, I have, it's always like, you get 5 stars, right? And then you try like hell to get away from them. They break out the tanks and the helicopters and all that other stuff, and you got the black FBI cruisers, just all over the place, and you're trying to get away from them. And that's like a challenge, you know. That's pretty fun. I'm not saying I would do that here, but why not? I mean, again, you got 35 tons, 45 tons of furic acid behind you. Why would they want to wreck you? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Woo! Let's pull it. Pull it. Pull it off. Pulled it off. We pulled that turn off at 104 km per hour. Hoya for hour. All right, guys. Let me take a little break here. And we're back after this short little break. Of course, it was my break, not your break, and I hope there wasn't any break in the action for you. And if there was, I will edit them out for you because I don't need you guys hanging. I mean, you just cannot be hanging on your seat, wondering what's going to happen to me, because that would be kind of rude on my part. And my son is over here giving me the eyes. I don't know what he's giving me the eyes about, but that's okay. And I gotta find a place to sleep here, and I just passed one. I gotta sleep here in the next hour and 38 minutes, and of course, an hour and 37 minutes in game time is not an hour 37 minutes in real time. So I'm gonna pull up the map here, and I'm gonna check this out. All right, I can make it. I can make it here. I can make it here. It's only a little bit further. All right. So we pull up behind this red car here, and we're actually gonna follow it. We're just gonna roll on. There's also another great trucker song by Alabama. Roll on highway, roll on along. You know, it's about 18-wheeler and about the dad that he's a trucker and he goes off on these long runs. And you know, there was a snowstorm, and then the mom and the kids were at the house, and they didn't hear from him, you know, for a while, and so everybody thought he was dead. And then so the mom's like, don't worry, kids, he's all good, he's golden. Just trust me, I can feel it. He's not dead, I can feel it. And anyway, the song does a better job of explaining what's going on, you know. But suffice to say that, you know, he makes the phone call to the familia and everybody's good to go. So that's a really good song too. I'll put some links up to these songs so y'all can hear them, because, you know, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, if you're gonna have, I should have this stuff playing actually in the background. Y'all could hear it while it's playing. I should probably do that. That would not be a bad idea. And I'm rubbing this guy out here. Look at that. I rubbed him out. All right. We're getting a little crazy here with the speed. Because I'm just rambling on. We're gonna clock it at 104. We're just gonna put the cruise control on, and we're just gonna roll. And you know, I'm gonna turn my lights off because they're kind of bothering me. So I'll give you guys a quick synopsis of my truck. It is a Volvo. I have no idea what the name was or remember what it is. And we're coming up on some gas here. So let me get in this lane here. Services 200 kilometers or meters or whatever, and here they are. And you know, I took off the TSM. Wow, that's coming in hot. Is this the place to sleep? Yeah. I don't need any gas. Oh, stop. And is it not gonna let me? Oh, there it is. Okay. Stop. E. Joy button 1. Getting some rest. Alright, guys, we're back. We're ready to finish this run. Let's get back out on the road here. Alright, now this is different from the Americans because I can't put my head out the window and look. So we're using the mirrors. Alright, here we go. We're out there. That's actually kind of, you know, taking your life in your own hand when you're pulling out in traffic like that. Because like I said, you got 40 tons of furic acid riding behind you. You got a little Corolla coming up on you, thinking that they're on the Autobahn and just rolling into you at 100 kilometers per hour. Yeah, that can be good. I don't know of any place where that's really good. But, you know, it can't be good in a video game either, right? Let's see, how much longer we have. We have, wow, 47 hours remaining in this trip. Okay, and I gotta stop in the next 10 hours. I didn't want to get a speeding ticket. I don't think I got one. I just rolled it down to 35 kilometers per hour. I have no idea what the speed limit was. I think it was 50. But damn Great Britain. Get some cops out there on the road, man. Come on. depending on red flags to give you some cheap, some cheap money here off of these bilking these drivers out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's nothing out here. I mean, if there was a school zone or something like that, don't you think that'd be a pretty good idea? Or maybe, there was a church or maybe a business district. Then maybe I could, I could understand why they want to put a, red flex camera out here. You slow people down, but people don't slow down. I mean, I slowed down only because I saw the camera. And don't you think that's actually more dangerous? Slamming on the brakes when you see a camera rather than, a cop pulling you over and, rear, sir. Do you know how fast you were going? Yes, officer, I do know how fast I was going. I was going at the speed limit. When, of course, you weren't, but that's what you tell the officer. And then he looks at you and he smiles and he says, well, I clocked you going 80 and a 40. And then you say, officer, I would never do anything like that. I have no idea. I don't know where you're getting your information from. Yeah, you didn't use the blinker there because I was turning, and you can't do that. Let's pull up the map. How far do I gotta go? Oh, there's Birmingham. Maybe I'll pull into Birmingham and get some. Yeah, I think I might pull into Birmingham. Let's pull into Birmingham, and let's pull into Birmingham. We're gonna pull into Birmingham, which brings up another great country song, "Postmark Birmingham" by Blackhawk. Oh, I'm just a repository. What can I tell you? Of songs. My wife's she's throwing barbs at me over here, guys. Come on, you gotta help me out. You gotta scream at her. I can hear you screaming at her. That's right, they're screaming at you. But Postmark Birmingham by Blackhawk. Great song. It's a tearjerker, it's a classic country song. You lose your dog, you lose your wife, you lose your house, you lose your car. And how do I get off on Birmingham? I go straight. Yep, I'm using the signs. Alright, we're actually going to put the blinker. And we're going to slow down a little bit because it's a nice UE. It's a nice UE, and I don't want to spill 35 tons of sulfuric acid. I don't remember how many tons it was, guys. I'm just throwing that out there because, it sounds good to say. Oh, and there's another trucker song. It's called 16 Tons. Tennessee Ernie Ford, I want to say. I could be wrong about that. Perhaps I am, perhaps I'm not. And let's turn the blinker off. 16 Tons, what do you get? Another day older, deeper in debt. It's not really a trucker song per se, but it's a blue collar, working stiff. Company store owns everything, and you got to pay the company store to basically get anywhere. Anyway, that's another good song. It might actually be on one of my BF3 1943 videos. BF 1943, not BF3. And we're back down to 30. That's another thing with the Brits. Their cities are 30 km per hour, whereas in Europe and Europe proper and Europe major, it's 50. So when you slow down to 30, I mean, that's like freaking turtle pace. And, I go because I'm an old guy, so I try to go slow. But 30 kh per hour, or km per hour, it's just like insane. It's insane slow. Man, I've been rambling here. And as soon as I get into Birmingham and I discover this one place over here, it's always good to discover places. I think I told you that this is like an MMO where you kind of do some exploration, you find some stuff, and you open up cities, blah 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 blah. And right here, I gotta make sure I get on the other side of the road. The other side of the road. The other side. Yep. See, you gotta get on the other side of the. There you go. There you go. There we go. Beautiful. And then we're turning. Don't turn on you. Turned on me. Alright, guys. This actually gives me a good time for a quick break. And we're back from the break. Waiting at the red light. Here we're going to give you a quick view of my truck. It's rolling. Look at that puppy. Just freaking gorgeous. Look at that thing. And I'm pulling at 35 tons. That 35 tons of sulfuric acid. Got the cool ladder to climb up there. Sweet. Alright. Here we go. So I got to make sure I get on this side of the road and not go all the way across. Alright. Damn, I'm good. Shh. I should be a freaking trucker in real life. Tell you what. And it's going to tell me something has been discovered. Maybe. Discovered. There we go. Man truck dealer discovered. So basically that just opens up the amount of dealers that you can have. I have no idea if there's different trucks in any of those dealers. From what I've seen, there really isn't any kind of different trucks in those dealers. Let me open up the map real quick. I got to see what the layout of Birmingham is here. Okay, I got one more place. That's actually a recruiting agency. And it's good to open up those guys because the more recruiting agencies that you find, the greater the pool of workers that you can hire. You know, I got a couple of drivers that are driving for me. Oh, and I think I was going to talk about this. But I took off the TSM 3.5 map, and my drivers were banking. I mean, they were freaking banking. Like, I got two drivers, and one of them was making. There's my recruitment agency. One of my drivers was making like 15K a run, which is great, and the other one was making 7K. But I just barely hired her, so you know, I'll give her some slack. But I took off the TSM 3.5 map and I put on a Scandanavia Map, and you know, I think I'm gonna have to go in there, and they're making like 1K a run, which is ridiculous. I'm gonna rub this guy out here on the left. Come on, don't turn on me. Don't turn on me. Yeah, baby. Stay on this side of the road, this side of the road, this side of the road. There we go. And we gotta slow down. I've tweaked the brakes a little bit so they grab a little bit harder, which kinda sucks. Ooh! Get out there, get out there, get it. Gotta be in the middle of the intersection. Come on, son, go! Let's go! Jesus. Come on, work with me here. Hot damn. Alright. Anyway, I don't know why that blinker was on. That was the wrong one to have on, guys. I apologize. I should get a ticket for that. You know, you should get tickets for that. Like I said, they should have cops. I mean, they really should. Okay, let's get past this guy. Put on a cruise. A little 56 kmph. So as you can tell, my driving has actually gotten quite a bit better, I guess. I mean, I threw up the sensitivity on my sticks, so I don't have to move the sticks so much. What's the speed here? 30 again? Yeah, you're killing me with 30. I'm not going 30 unless I see a camera. And then see, look at that. There's a 30 there, and he rolls it up, and he's passing me. And I'm going 56. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's just, you know. Oh, now it's 60. Beautiful. We'll go 60 until we hit interchange. Let's see. How much longer I got? I got another 45 hours. I got to sleep in about 8 hours. All right. We're golden. We're gonna cruise here at 72 kmph. And we got to go straight under the bridge. And we're going to head towards London. I think I'll pull into London as well. We need to discover London. Alright, let's put some brakes on. You can't take these turns too fast. You got to take them about 45, 50, depending on what kind of load you got. Because, you know, 35 tons of sulfuric acid, honey. That's what I'm talking about. 35 tons of sulfuric acid. I forget the chemical composition. Chemistry was a long time ago, guys. What can I tell you? It was a long time ago. I'm thinking it's like 18, 19, 20 years ago. Like 20 years ago for chemistry class, alright? So sue me if I don't remember what the chemical makeup of sulfuric acid. I know it's got an S, and it's got an O in there too for oxygen, because, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. But other than that, I can't remember the 2s and the 3s and, you know, covalent and ultravalent and bonds and, you know, all that good stuff. But 35 tons of sulfuric acid is all I gotta say. So we're cruising at 90. We're gonna push it up to 100, and we're gonna roll on. And you can see some clouds off in the distance. I wonder if it's gonna rain. This is Britain, so you know, it's kind of like the Pacific Northwest in the United States, where it rains all the time up in Britain. But that's okay, because I got wipers. See, I got wipers here that magically turn on and off with the flick of my wrist. And we're back down to 50 again. And the cameras are just kicking my booty. Security camera, security camera, security camera. And it tells you, it actually tells you they're coming. So that's good. So, see, I'm going 50. I'm going 50. And golden. Let's pump that puppy back up. It's you know, I don't know. Maybe I will get the mod and take the speeding offenses out, because no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna take them out. No, that's just cheap. So we're heading towards London, and right now we are gotta go. We gotta go straight. We gotta go on the next bridge. The next bridge. We're going to London. And yes, I know that these are not the roads you're supposed to go on, but so sue me. Like I said, 35 tons, yeah, I'm a big truck, blah, blah, blah. But I did put my blinker on, how about that? And then I took it off. Not so fast, not so fast, not so fast, not so fast. Alright. It's really easy, like I said, countless times to get carried away in this truck. When I was in my Scania, I think it was like 350 HP, you know, 350 horses. Oh, and the brakes, because the AI cannot drive. Oh, shit. Look, there was I was almost a wreck right there. How about that? Let's see if he's going to cut me off. Well, if he doesn't, I'm going to cut him off. How about that? There we go. That's right. I rubbed him out. Yeah, so the Scania was like 350, 360 horses. And then I got that's the one that you actually saw the video of. And then my next truck was a man? Was it a man, or was it a Renault? I don't remember. But it was 480 HP, which was a pretty big step up. But so the Scania truck I gave to my first driver. Not that I gave it to her. I mean, you know, she's got to hand out some cash. She's going to be, you know, if I'm just going to, you know, I mean, you know. Let's just face it, I'm not going to be giving her a truck without anything in return, let's put it that way. So anyway, excuse me, my next truck was, like I said, either a Renault or a MAN. It was one of those. I think it was a Renault. Excuse me, guys. We're going to cruise at 107 here. More services, I don't need any gas, I don't need the sleeps, so we're golden. And so, you know, I got a little bit more cash up in the bank. I don't have any loans anymore. I finished paying off my loans. I just, you know, I was making runs of 40K a run, and I'd paid that puppy off in about 5 runs. I had 3 loans. I had 100K and 250Ks, and I was able to buy my second truck with that. First and second truck. and then I bought this one, and then I did some, you know, 5-6 runs of 30 to 40K, and I paid paid those loans off, just repaid them, and I was down to like 15K in the bank. And I was like, no worries, Khalil here, we're gonna roll, and we're gonna make some cash. And that's what I did, and now I'm up to, that's another thing though, with the TSM 3.5 map, I was making a little bit more cash, and I think when I switched it out, I think I had 50K in the bank. And when I took that off and I put this one on, the Scandinavian map, and there's cameras, they tell you the cameras are coming. I think it's 50. I have no idea why it's 50. Okay, there we go. Where was I at? Let me gain my thoughts. Okay, I've gained my thoughts. I think. Actually, no, I didn't gain my thoughts. I just took a quick break and I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yes, I took off the 3.5 and I put the Scandinavia map on, and I had 50K in the bank. And then when I loaded up the Scandinavia map, I had a little over 200K in the bank, but then my drivers were making 1K, 2K a run, and I'm like, I like the map. I just don't really like the economy too much. I mean, 1K a run, 2K a run, come on. That's like, no. But anyway, I mean, it's realism, yeah, sim, yeah, whatever. And the map is really nice. I gotta say, I really like the map. I did find one bug in the map, not necessarily the map, but I found a bug in the GPS. I was tooling along, and I don't remember where it was at, but it was up in these northern countries. I don't remember if it was in Britain or if it was in Scandinavia. But anyway, I was going along, and the GPS is telling me where to go. You know, following the red line. It's not the yellow brick road here. It's to follow the red brick road. So I'm following the red brick road, and all of a sudden it goes, and it does like a hardcore 180 turn. And come to find out that the GPS had kind of screwed up, and it was taking me down a one-way road into oncoming traffic. And so I had to actually exit off the road and go to, you know, I was basically in another part of the map. I had to go down because it was a concrete barrier separating the roads. So I couldn't do a UE. I couldn't throw a UE. So I had to go down to the next intersection, the next, you know, whatever the hell they call that thing. And hold on, let me check the map. London is, okay, I gotta take this and then the next right. So London, that's right, there's the sign. Here's your sign. But so yeah, I had to actually go to the next interchange and exit off of there, and then throw a UE through there and catch this road, you know, catch the correct road. And that was actually the only bug I found so far in the Scandanavia map, which, you know, really, guys, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And plus, it probably behooves. There's the word of the day, behooves. It probably behooves the driver to pay attention to the map and not be driving just where the GPS tells him, because we all know the GPS can put you in, you know, like a road, and I'm supposed to take this road. I'm supposed to take this road. I'm supposed to take this road. You know what? I think we're actually gonna. No, we're not gonna sleep in London. I thought we were gonna sleep in London, but we're not gonna sleep in London. What we are gonna do, however, is go nice and slow, because of the 35 tons of sulfuric acid. I'm gonna keep going back to that, guys. I'm gonna keep going back to it. All right. So as you can tell, like I said, my driving has become quite a bit better, if I do say so myself. But with this big truck, I mean, it's pretty easy. This game is not so hard to drive this big truck. You just got to be a little feathery on the steering wheel. You can't jerk it around. I don't know anything that you really want to jerk around. Well, there are a couple things you wouldn't mind jerking around, but this isn't one of them, okay, guys? So, other than that, driving this Dreamliner, I like to call it the Dreamliner. It's pretty nice and sweet. And I think there's cameras coming up. London! And we're going to do some exploring in London. Ooh, look at that. Look at those buildings back there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to put the cruise on so I don't have to feather the frickin' throttle. There we go. And we're going to change the view so y'all can see a bit better. We're going to slow down. Look at those buildings. How about that? That's pretty gravy. I like it. Alright, let me see here. Let me see the road situation here. Okay, I actually got to go through London. Alright, so take the roundabout. And the roundabouts, I got to tell you, in Scandinavia, I was on a road there, and the roundabouts were freaking tiny. I mean, oh my god, they were tiny. And I'm hauling a trailer, and the roundabouts there were like barely big enough for a car, and they weren't 2-lane They weren't 2-lane roundabouts. They were single-lane roundabouts. And let me just tell you, there was a car accident on one of the roundabouts. I did not cause the car accident. The car accident was there when I rolled up on it. And so there was a long line of cars and trucks through the roundabout, and nobody was moving. And I'm like, guys, you know, it's all nice and good that everybody's getting their information straight now, but you know, some of us have got a job, and I got to put my lights on. Holy shit! You do get a ticket for not putting your lights on. I will tell you that. And so I'm telling these guys, honking the horn, and I'm trying to get these guys to move out the way. Let me fix the mirrors. I don't know why that blinker was on. But anyway. And we're getting up on the curb there. We're getting up on the curb there. But that's okay, because I'm a truck driver, and that's the way we roll. So I'm honking a horn at these puppies, trying to get them out of the way, and nobody was moving. Actually, no, I did not have a trailer. I did not have a trailer. I was just free roaming. Let's see, can I go? I gotta keep going straight. Okay, I gotta go through the other roundabout and then take the second roundabout. So I was just in my truck, and I was actually exploring, just in my truck without a trailer. And I came up on this accident. Nobody was moving, and so I had to physically killed it. I had to physically maneuver my truck through the median of the roundabout, because it's just a grassy knoll. So I had to maneuver my truck through the grassy knoll of the median between two cars, and I gotta tell you, that was some pretty sweet driving, I must say, because I hit nary an automobile. Nary an automobile was scratched during the transgression of my median hopping. So that was actually pretty gravy. And so yeah, I had to go 4x4 on a median right there on a roundabout. And you know, but watch it, yeah. So I discovered that guy, and there's a truck place right up here I'm going to discover as well. Let's see. We keep on driving. And I almost got on the wrong side of the road back there. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I almost did. Let me see. Is this road? This road won't get me back. No, it won't. Okay. Oh, because the bridge goes over the top. There you go. Excuse me, guys. I'm hiccuping over here. In fact, now that I've found the Volvo driver, I'm going to take a quick break. Okay, we've taken a quick break. I've taken a drink of my special blend Nestle tea. It's not really special blend. It just comes in a big can, and you dump the powder, in the water, and there you go. You got tea. So it's not really a special blend, but I like to think it is because, well, I'm just weird that way. All right, so we discovered London. How about those buildings in the back there? That was pretty freaking gravy. That's good stuff. That's one thing about the mods that these guys created, the Scandanavia people. Not that they're Scandinavia people, but they created this pretty sweet mod, and they've been updating the buildings rather than just having your basic, I guess buildings. They've been updating the skylines of some of the cities, and of course London is much more larger than we just went through. Is not really London, but I mean you can't really put the entire city of London out there and drive through it. I mean that would be pretty sweet, but I mean come on now, it's just not practical. This is a trucking game, not a drive through London game, which is what I want to talk about next, which is GTA 5 Grand Theft Auto Numero 5. I have played every incarnation of GTA since GTA 3. I did not play GTA 1 or 2 because those were top down, and yeah, no, I'm not going to play those. But starting with GTA 3 and the old PS1 days, yeah, PS1. I'm thinking PS1, right? If I'm wrong, guys, correct me. That's fine. But yeah, from GTA 3, it was all about getting 5 stars. and just trying to get the heck out of Dodge before they caught you. No, that was just my little thing. I actually never finished GTA 3 um, because I was busy doing everything else like everybody else does. I mean, there's so much stuff to do. Even in GTA 3, there was quite a bit to do. And then GTA 4, San Andreas came out, or GTA San Andreas came out, and I got nowhere. And look at this guy. Look at it. What is up with that? He's like, "Get out of my way, boy." And I'm like, "But I don't want to get out of your way, boy. I got 35 tons of pure acid back in this mall. I can't be like pulling this puppy around corners like that." So anyway, GTA 50, that's the mock-up. 50, 50, 50, 50. GTA San Andreas was huge compared to GTA 3, which was gravy. And I really liked. My favorite part was going out to that base. I don't know if it was like an Air Force base or what. I think that's what it was. Out in the middle of that little valley out there, it was kind of like Area 51 out there. I used to love going over there and getting on the, in the fence, and you immediately got 5 stars. You immediately got 5 stars, and then all the black vans started coming out, rolling on you, and yeah, helicopters were flying over, and there was a valley out there, and it was to get into the valley was like a little switchback road, and to get out of the valley was the switchback road, and so that was. I thought it was I thought it was pretty fun to try to avoid, crashing the SUVs into all kinds of obstacles, and I used to just love to take those kinds of missions. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I am. But GTA, and then I played GTA 4, and I really didn't get into GTA 4 too much. I got it on PC first, and it's not the game's fault. It was my PC's fault. It wasn't able to run it as well as it should have been run. And then I got a PS3 later on, and then I got GTA 4 for the PS3, and I just really never got into it. I mean, I started playing BF 1943, and I was playing this, and I was playing that, and so I just never really got into GTA 4, and I'm gonna have to start doing that because that game kind of really passed me by. But I love the concept of all the GTAs. They're really good games. I love the characters. The cars are nice, but I love all the stuff that you can do. I love all the stuff that you can do in the games. I mean, it's just really great. And I'm going to take a quick peek at my map. Oh, we're almost to the ferry. Good, good, good. Let's see how many more hours we have. Let's see, we got 6 hours. Okay, I'll get to the ferry before I gotta sleep, so that's good. No, that's the wrong button. Nah, let's leave the brights off. Let's little twilight action here, even though it's 10 o'clock at night. Saturday 22:15 is Saturday at 10 o'clock at night. And I don't know, maybe it's the lights reflecting off the clouds making it so bright. I don't know what to tell you, but it's kind of bright out here. But that's okay. We can roll with that. Let me push this puppy up to 100. We don't need gas. We don't need sleep. We're cooking the books. We're cooking the friggin' books here. Alright, we're going to go 98. That's fast enough. Oh, turn it, turn it, turn it. There we go. Is there any other cities that we can discover? Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, it goes right through Felixstowe. Okay, well, maybe we'll discover it, maybe we won't. So GTA 5, a couple of days ago, or yesterday, or whenever it was. Today is actually Friday, August 16th, and it's in the afternoon, USA time, Phoenix time, whatever you want to say. 50. Here comes some more freaking cameras. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. And they put it right behind. Look at that. I think they put it right behind these trees. Look at that. Where's that? Where's that? Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. I almost, you see, I was up to 58 kmh, Man, I almost got myself a $550 ticket right up in that mall. See, that's what I'm talking about. This truck just gets up and goes, and you don't even realize it until you're floating along at 100 kmph or whatever. So anyway, get back. I touched my mouse. Sorry. Getting back to GTA 5. Like I said, today's Friday. I think they came out with the trailer for GTA Online. I think they came out with it either on Thursday, which was either yesterday or Wednesday. I don't remember the day. I think it was. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter. And that looked pretty gravy. I'm just saying, it looked pretty gravy. GTA Online looks pretty gravy. The game itself looks pretty gravy. I can't wait to get my grubby little fingers on it. I don't know if I'm going to do any recording and putting it up on YouTube for y'all, because I'm sure that everybody under the sun will be doing the same thing. And plus, you know, as I said before, let's put the brights on. There we go. As I said before, I do so many things in the game. I just love to do stuff that I'd really have to get in there and maybe, I'm just saying maybe, if I get good at it, at the game, I'll get some 5 stars and I'll record that stuff and I'll, you know, try to get myself down to 0 stars. How about that? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. That's not such a bad thing to do. But that's not a promise or anything. That's just something that, you know, it could happen. Oh, no. Don't put your brakes on. Don't put your brakes on. Don't put your brakes on. Freaking people. Come on. Wow. Not that anything would have really happened there, except a couple of dents and maybe a speeding ticket or an accident ticket. But, you know, come on. I don't need 35 tons. I don't need 35 tons of sulfuric acid spilling all over my head. I mean, I just really don't need that. Well, so anyway, we're coming up on Felixstowe, or whatever the hell that name of that little town is, in England, in the British England. And if you guys are hearing my voice kind of with, I don't know, with stuff in the mic, like if I'm blowing in the mic, I'm not blowing in the mic. It's actually, I got a fan sitting right next to me, because I do live in Phoenix, Arizona, the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. And today it reached a very, very temperate 115 degrees. That is Fahrenheit for you European lovers out there. That is Fahrenheit, 115 degrees, not Celsius. Imagine if it was 115 degrees Celsius. Oh my God! That's like past the boiling point of water. You guys know that, right? Of course you guys knew that, because you're smart. Anyway, let's get the view down here so we can see exactly where we need to go. I gotta go through Mr. Roundabout here. Yeah, so I'm in the Valley of the Sun, phx.az, and I got a fan that is blowing across the front of my body. It's not blowing in my face, but it's blowing across the front of my body. So, and it's right in the mic. So if you guys can barely hear me, I apologize. Hopefully this comes out. We will see. Maybe I can make my voice louder so y'all can hear me better when I edit this video. And this is actually one huge play session that I'm going through here with you guys. And we're going to slow down. I slowed down too much. I think I got to tweak the brakes again. I think I put too much bite in them. I think I put too much bite in the brakes. They just stop way too quickly. So let's take a look at this place. There's not really much here. Not really much here. There's the moon back in the distance. But the light changed, so here we go. And we gotta go across. Fix the view. There we go. Okay, now here is... Sometimes it's hard to find exactly where you need to go in the ferries. Okay. Oh, maybe you just pull up right there. Oh, that would be nice. Let's see, is that all you have to do? Yeah, that's all you gotta do. we're going. I could go to Europort, but we're going to go to Esbjerg. That's right. Embark. So it takes some cash out of your out of your stuff, and it's raining. We're gonna take a break, guys. Welcome back to the rain. Okay, here we go. Let's get out of here. We are in Esbjerg, and we just have a little bit longer for the run. We got to go to Trammel or Tramai or whatever the hell that is. So we're like there. We're like there, dude. So let's get out of here, and I'm just gonna pretty much wrap this up, guys, while I'm driving through here, and say that I'm going to be playing GTA 5 when it comes out. As far as buying a PS4, I don't know if I'm gonna get it when it comes out. The reason I say that is because I just don't know. I'm looking at upgrading my PC, and that's actually getting a brand new PC and then building it, which is probably going to cost me about $700, give or take. No, I don't get the latest cutting edge components. I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I get good components, but no, I do not get, you know, I'm not going to get a $400 video card. Screw you guys, I'm not getting a $400 video card. Oh, hey, wait a second. Are we in the... Oh, shiznats. Look at that. We're back. We're back in regular world here. I was driving on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, how about that? We're back in regular world. Okay. So I don't know. And we're going to stop right here because these guys, they're going to get me a freaking ticket by standing in the middle of the road like that. See, look at that. They would have gotten me a ticket. And this is Esbjerg, which is all foggy. It's all froggy up in here. But that's okay. That's all froggy up in here, but that's okay. So the PS4, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be getting it on launch. I'm really tempted to do that. I'm going to be, as I said, building my computer, and I'm looking at spending probably $600, $700 on that, and that's for everything. I buy my components from TigerDirect.com, although that is not an endorsement. I just happen to think that they have good stuff. They put together good packages, and I haven't had a problem with them. So if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? And that was going a little crazy with the driving there. My gosh, that was a wide ass turn. I'm not endorsing TigerDirect.com. I would like I said, I use them. They're really good. I don't have a problem with them. I've purchased many components from them, PC components, all that good stuff. Newegg is also good. Amazon.com is also good. But I'll probably go with Tiger Direct only because I have an account with them. And oh, they really, actually, I gotta say something really good about Tiger Direct. I purchased a streamer. It was a Blu-ray streaming machine. You know, it's got Blu-ray, and you can stream, you know, from Netflix and Pandora and all that good stuff. And so I purchased a Blu-ray player. But the Blu-ray player that I had purchased, I guess they didn't have any more of. And I thought, well, you know, I'll just wait for it, right? Because it was a really good deal. It was under $100 for this Blu-ray. And it was a really good model. I read the reviews, and yeah, it was all good to go. So I thought they were going to get more in, and they never did. And I was waiting for like 3 weeks, a month, and nothing happened. I'm like, dude, where's my Blu-ray player? I want to watch me some Netflix on my TV. On my 55-inch TV. So there wasn't any in there. And I think this is where I gotta... Ooh, I gotta go through this nice little tunnel. This little arch. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Bring that puppy on. Oh my god, that is tiny. Are you serial? Are you absolutely serial? Oh my god. Look at how freaking skinny that is. Oh my god. How about that? And I made it through. Holy shiznats, that was good shit. Anyway. I need a cigarette after that, guys. Woo! Need a cigarette after that puppy. But, I didn't even know what I was talking about now because I got all hot and bothered with the stop. Okay, now I gotta remember which way to drive. If I go that way, yeah, I go that way. It turns the truck that way. Here we go. And yeah, I know it's kind of screwed up right now, but trust me, I've been working at this, and I'm actually quite a bit better than I was before. Oh, am I gonna get it on my first try? Am I gonna? Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Getting it on my first try. Oh, it's all green here, folks. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the ride. Please stay tuned for more videos from yours truly, Kawil, in the ETS2 realm, Scandinavian Map Edition. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Actually, guys, that's not it. I wanted to show you what I got as far as the as far as my run. I got a cool 30K. Got 1300 XP, and this is where we got. We got the Class 8 ADR. Sulfuric acid is pretty rank stuff, so it's the highest class you can take. Skill rank 3 of the long distance. Got the proficiency because I'm rolling. Anyway, guys, let's click that. And guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.